So I'm skipping. This is what happens. There we go. So what I would like to do right now, this person is all over the place. Hang on. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Why are we crying? Oh, hang on. Hang on. Before we go into zoning out really quick, let me follow this line. Hang on. Line meaning like line of feelings or whatever this is we're getting. Hang on. It's almost like you get pulled into a hallway and they like take you down it and you're like, oh shit, that's what that is. Hold on. She's crying. Why are you crying? I never see them crying. Why are we crying? I miss them, I miss them, I miss them, I miss them. Oh, this person is a big integral part of the family. Hang on. Is this like a best friend? Okay. Hold on. Why did she say we were like? Hold on. I'm trying to figure out the link. So I see in my head like a tree, you, and then I'm trying to figure out where they fit. So it's like mom, dad, sister, brother, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, what are you showing me? There's a whole lot of like arm and like shoulders and like ha 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 ha. There's a whole lot of that going on right now. And I'm like, this doesn't tell me the relationship. I know what it feels like. Shit, just say the word, god damn it. This is where I'm at right now. So if you see me in a pause, confused face, that's what's happening. Hang on. And singing, a whole lot of that, whole lot of smiles. Now she takes it to like a whole nother area of like shock. Okay. Is this like a best friend sister thing? What is this?
She's she's can I say the relation?
Yeah.
She's my cousin.
Perfect. Cool.
The one thing is she's actually my mom's cousin. Everything happened. The age difference was so high that she's actually closer to me than she is with my mom. So I just call her my cousin.
That's why. Okay. So it's interesting with cousins in my family tree thing. I know it's on mom's side because cousins feel like best friends because of how that closeness, but they're far enough away where they're not like directly related, like sister or uncle, you know, all that. Hang on, that would make sense. Hang on. Are we? I know. Hold on. Wait. Now I'm trying to figure out who's older. Hold on. And then we'll conjure in just a second. I think we're good. I think we're moving right now. Hang on. All right. It's all about them and their. Why is there such like a tragic feeling around her? It's like life was cut way too short, like this huge big tragedy, like or like somebody did it, or like there's this terrifying aspect about it. And I don't know, we'll get into that in just a second, but that's just a whole nother framework because she shows me sharp, like stark contrast, like happy, fun singing, and then it's like, God, like evil or something like this on the other side, or like just it being taken away, like absolutely terrible. And so we'll get into how that is. This is just the beginning of my sessions. Welcome in. Hang on. Didn't want to think I wasn't afraid. Why would we be afraid? She's telling people I wasn't afraid. I'm like, I don't know what this means. Feel free to clear that up a little bit too, whenever like something, because I'm just pulling everything right now. Hang on. You don't have to yet. Actually, let me get into how she passed. Hang on. No, she's reliving stuff with you again. God, the pool was a big, I mean, not only did you send me like a picture of the pool, but the pool is also a really big thing too for y'all, because she keeps bringing that up over and over and over again as well. And that's interesting that you sent me that photo too. But it's such a big thing. Hang on. Is there like a congruent relative or something that we're hanging out at this house with this pool thing or something?
They used to live with us for a while, and my back door, my yard has a pool, and that was where we played volleyball all the time. I mean, that's majority of how I spent my summers with her was.
Okay, because she's talking about, I'm like, why are we at this pool together? Why are we in this backyard together? And she's talking about like family joins us, like family joins. So that's why. Okay. Oh, she's good. Look at her. Everyone.
She was always smart. Gosh.
Yeah. Have we tried to reach her before somehow?
My parents actually went to go see John Edwards, and I'm in college, so I never got to see him. But yeah.
Okay, because she said they've tried to reach me before. That's the only reason why I asked that. Really?
Yes. I like he would say some like symbol or something that might relate, but she never went through. So this was like they had it before I even they had it after I even said it to you. Like made an appointment with you. So
where are they at?
My parents?
Yeah.
They're in Columbus, where I'm originally from. But I'm
like, oh my God, if they're in the other room, bring them in. Oh my God. Okay, so that's a whole other story. So John Edwards actually taught part of me, like I took with part of that, but we always talked about how our styles were very similar because it's very matter of fact, like this is it. It's like, no, this is what I'm getting. This is it. You live like that. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, that's so funny that it's like this whole full circle thing. Okay, sorry. This is cool. Okay, hang on. Let me get back into her. Hang on. Wait. She's talking about not being able to come through with him because it's like she keeps showing me hands. Like I was so nervous. I was so like they're so nervous. Like the energy was so high up or high strung. Like there's so much worry that goes along with it. Like this makes me feel like this tick in my throat, like that it's too tight. So it wasn't able to flow. You're much more when it comes to this. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Wait, was she not even able to see like her 18th birthday or something like that?
She died right after she turned 18.
Perfect. Okay, because I'm asking her, I'm like, how old were you? How old were you? And she's just showing me 18 flat. Like,
yeah.
That's it. And I'm like, okay, so you didn't. Wow, my baby. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. She tells me she has better hair than me. I say thank you. Because I'm talking about I did like this and like my hands get caught in it because it's naturally wavy until I straighten it. And she's like, look at me. And I'm like, you can shut the fuck up.
Gorgeous hair. Yeah.
And then it's like super thick, like she's talking about when we put it in a ponytail, that it's like
I was always jealous of her hair.
Mm-hmm.
She used to dye it all the time to still be so healthy, and I would talk about it all the time.
Yep, that's what she's showing me right now. I'm like, thank you. They always make fun of me too. Hang on. I'm like, but you're a millennial, so like whatever, I am too. Anyway, hang on. Wait. I want to ask her how she passed. What happened? Mm-hmm. She's getting very sputtery. She's like, I don't know. Did this happen very quickly?
Yeah.
Okay, because she's like, I don't know. Like she's almost like confused on it. And they're never like this. They're always very spot on. And she goes, I was just dead. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hold on. There's blood. I can tell you that. There's blood because she's making me taste it in my mouth. Hang on. And she's almost making me feel like my hair goes like this. So I don't know what goes along with this. Like either it goes forward very quickly or something like that because she's talking about putting it on my face and then come like a whiplash thing. Hang on. She's like, oh, no, 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 come on, come on. Like, we're very disappointed at how he passed. Very, she is. She's like, oh, no, I've never had somebody whine about it, but I think that may be her too. Oh, no, 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 come on, what? And I'm like, okay, hang on. They didn't. Are there other people involved during this too? Because what are we saying? They didn't mean to do this, or like it didn't mean to do this, like they. So she's grouping other people in with it. Hang on. And she said it just quick as like it's some sort of accident. What happened with her?
She was driving in her truck, and she had a best friend in the passenger seat, and all of a sudden, immediately went off the side of the road, and there's a bunch of trees, and she hit the steering wheel because she had a little thing right there, and both of them broke their necks.
So that's the. Oh, I haven't.
They weren't wearing seatbelts, so and their airbags did not deploy.
Wow. No wonder she's very frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. That's so I have never had that feeling before. She's literally showed like whiplash. Like you can feel it. Oh wow. Hang on.
The mark was prominent.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder. She's good. She's good. Please show them this. Like she's good. And I hang on. Let me get into her. Hang on. Wait, the other person died too?
Yeah.
Okay, because she says 2 dead girls in the front seat. And that's why I'm like,
yep.
Wow.
It was her best friend too.
She just gave me a really, really interesting image. And it's 2 girls. She shows me like, man, they're kind of like really off the road. It's like she shows them out of the truck on the side of it holding hands. So it's like they exited, not body wise, and they're standing there watching. Hang on. No wonder she's frustrated. Hang on. Hold on. My mom. She says, my mom. She's like, I just want to tell my mom. Like that. Those with the. She has this little bit of a scratchy voice to her. Hang on. She tells you thank you. She's like, thank you. Hang on. He's like, we're just out having fun. Oh, she said, sorry, she just made me replay it. It's like she's talking about how I just lost control. You said that before. She's talking about just losing control and then seeing it coming and like that, and then boom. My poor truck, that was my baby. So her truck was really her baby. She loved that thing. She's very disgruntled about that.
She loved that car. That was a beat up truck. I told her
it looks like a Ford F-150 from like 1991, but that's just me personally. Yep. I think it's hold on.
Yep. It's an old car.
Yeah. Hang on. They were mad at me. Were they mad at me for the death of the other girl?
Not that I know of.
She's talking about the parents. Okay, so the other girl's parents are still married, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because she's talking about, she's showing mom and dad together and about them being like, I wouldn't even say it's mad. It's more like, oh my God. But it's almost like mad about her being in that situation and why they would take my daughter to that whole thing. And she's talking about being very apologetic to them, like going to see them. Hang on. Somebody in the other girl's family recently passed. That's a whole nother thing because she's showing them like accepting somebody in as they die, or like the girl is helping them come in. So that's a whole nother thing for that side of the family or that person. Hang on, let me get in here. Hold on. She's talking about who has her necklaces. Who has her jewelry or her necklaces? Why does she keep talking about that? It's just all like regular, like trash jewelry, but who has all that?
I think her mom still does. I don't think anybody else has it.
Okay. She's talking about, I'm like, well, what do they have of you tangibly? What do they have of you tangibly? She's talking about this. She's talking about. Did they take part of, no, they don't. Do they have her hair too, or part of her hair? Did they take that?
Yeah, they took a part of her hair too, because she had like bleach hair, so they had to bleach her hair, and so I think they took like a little bit of it. I think it's when she was a baby. I think my aunt was showing me a scrapbook like the day after she died, and it was a little baby. She had a strip of Jesse's hair.
Really? Okay, sorry. That's why I'm like, what? You'll see me with all these things, and she's showing me like this. That's why I'm like, no, they don't. She shows it to me again. I'm like, okay. If you keep showing it to me, that's the whole thing. Hang on. Is there a younger brother that goes in here with her?
She has a younger brother. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, because she talks about him. She shows this. She shows being sad about him as well, like that.
Yeah,
Hang on.
Older brother, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's sad about him though a lot. I don't know why. I think it's because she didn't. Wait. Wow. Are they like 5 years apart from each other though?
No, they're only like one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They're showing very different heights. That's why I'm like, what is that? Hang on.
Is that my brother? She acted with my brother.
Really?
I have an older brother who's, I think, he's 5 years older than her.
Really?
He's tall. He's a lot taller than her.
Okay, yeah, because she's showing me brother figure 5 years. She's showing 5 years apart. She's showing very difference in height. So
yeah,
I'm like, okay,
that's my brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Her brother was shorter than her.
Gotcha. Hang on. Wait. No, they don't. Do they still have her room set up the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly what was said. She's talking about them going in and moving things around a little bit, but then she's talking about how everything is like pretty much the same or like kept there. And she's like, no, mom, no, like, no, you can change it. It's fine. But then there's like a, oh no, we have to keep it here. This is Jesse's room. And then I'm like, oh, okay, hang on. She says, I'm not going to come home, mom. That's an intense phrase. I haven't ever got that before. And she says, I'm already there. Hang on. Miss Dinners. She's all big into dinner. Hang on.
Yeah.
Talking to dad. Hang on. She says, you know, I can. Oh. She's moved away since then. So you live in a completely different area now? You've moved away since then?
She went, I went to my university. I moved. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
okay.
2 hours away from the house.
Oh wow. Okay. Because I'm asking her. I was like, well, what about going to her house? What about the pool? What about all this stuff? And she's like, oh, she's since moved away. Like she's not there anymore. I'm like, oh, okay. Hang on.
I'm in college.
You are? Yeah. She's gonna. I'm gonna ask what you're going for. Hang on. See if she knows that. Ha. Hang on. Have you not quite figured it out yet?
I have actually.
I don't know if she's talking about you're going to change. I feel like you're very, very smart. I feel like you're on the path. And she talks about helping people, but then she talks about you switching. I don't know what that means. Hang on. Hang on. Why does she keep saying you're going to go help people? I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean by that. You have labs? Do you have a lot of labs?
I have no, like not labs. Studio.
What is it? Studio?
Studios, yeah.
Okay. They keep showing me outside of like class, like doing all this creative stuff or like going into this. Hang on. And I'm like, what is this? I don't have a sign for this. Hang on. It's not medical. I know. Hang on. I may not even have a sign for that. Are you going to like creative art or something like that? What are you doing?
Graphic design.
Okay. Do you want to know the symbol that they're throwing out with me?
What?
They're showing two things. And that's why I'm like, they're showing me, they pulled out a thing from one of my favorite video games, which is, it's based off of Ballerina or whatever it is. And they're showing me that, and they're showing me how intricate the colors are and like the shapes and everything like that, and how it like dances around. And I'm like, she's not, she's not that. I'm like, what is this? And then they show me like that on a computer and they zone it out. And I'm like, creative art design? Like, what is this? What are y'all talking about? Okay. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay. She's doing a great job. She's doing a great job. Hang on. Those are the signs. Wait. She doesn't want you doing just billboards, though. Please don't do that.
Yeah,
Please. Hang on. God, I want you to move someplace different. She's talking about that. She's talking about like from there. Like, are you planning on moving? Hang on. Are you planning on moving to a much bigger city or something like that?
Once I graduate, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because whatever this is, it's still in like the hills and the trees or wherever all this is. We're talking about, hang on, she's talking about almost like you could work. She puts it in a bigger city because she shows me in a skyscraper, like a skyscraper type of thing. But I know you're going to be like on a first floor building, whatever it is. Hang on, but that's what she's showing me. That's my sign for bigger city. Hang on. Hold on. Can you move to California at some point?
Yeah, I was actually, a group of friends and I were actually thinking about just moving to California after all we graduate. I was always thinking about Boston, but we were thinking about Beverly Hills in California, just living our best lives there.
Yeah, don't do Boston. You're not there. They keep showing me like LA, and they keep showing me the palm trees and stuff, and they keep showing me like the sun with no clouds in it. And so I'm like, I know you're not anywhere near close, but they keep showing me like you need to go over here and just do that.
We all live in Ohio, so we all were we were literally talking about just all us buying a house together and living in California. LA, actually, one of my roommates keeps talking about LA all the time.
Well, I mean, if you want to, it feels good, and she certainly thinks it's okay. So now the only thing is that it would be, hold on. I think you should do it. Just because I'm going down the line, like near future now, and I'm like, how would it work out? Would the three friends be okay? It would be like a moderately like normal, like 2,000 square foot home. It'd be like a single story. You would have your 3 bedrooms. It's not going to be anything grand, but it would be really, really nice in that area. And then at the same time, that goes along with God, you could do really well in like the creative digital art area down over there. Hang on. If you want to work in downtown LA, it feels like a really good thing. Just gotta. I mean, is this going to be in like another 2 years?
Yeah.
Cool. Because she's like, I'm like, how many years? And she's showing me 2 to 3, and I'm like, take off a few months. So yeah, that feels good. It feels good, kid. Feels good, kid. Hang on. And she's like, I want to go. I'm like, I know you want to go, but you can't go. Hang on. She's like, I'll be here with my friend. I'm like, you be here with your friend. That's fine. Hang on. She said it just looked like I was sleeping. She's crying at her funeral. She's crying at her funeral. She did not. This is the first time in a long time that I've had somebody that did not want to die at all or was not okay with it. And she's almost like pouting, like when she's seeing it. They had a viewing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because she's talking about, they always talk about if they're cremated or wherever they're at. She's talking about sitting there, not sitting, but like standing there, staring at her body. Like, are you kidding me? Really? Yeah. Really? Like that? And she's talking about like, are you very frustrated at the whole situation? Hold on. I told him to bring me back. That's a whole nother thing. She is. She's screaming. I'm right there. Mom's coming up and giving her a kiss. Dad's there talking about, you come up and talk to her. Like,
yeah.
Is her grandfather dead?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, because she holds the hand of an older gentleman. That's why I'm like, okay. Sorry, just very random. He just shows up and like that's what happens. I'm like, okay, cool. Hang on.
With him.
Yeah, she hangs out there. Also, there's something to do with dogs. But I think that's tied to you. And she's like, there's like 2 different ones. I don't know who has who or what has what, but I feel like one is definitely more. There's a male one specifically that pops out first. I don't know why.
It's my dad's dog, probably.
Really? Yeah. Was it like a? What's this now? Hang on. Hold on. Let me see if I can get what it is. If we can slow it down. Hang on. Can you give me his first name?
Ralphie.
There you go. They go so fast that you have to. They look like ping pong balls because they get excited. Mm-hmm. So you have to slow it down to see. Mm-hmm. Is there also a brachycephalic dog as well that doesn't have a snout? Like, hang on. There's somebody grunting and there's somebody running around. Hardcore. Hang on. Is Ralphie like a... I don't know the breed. Is it like a... Is it like a sheepdog border collie type of looking thing? What is it?
Yeah, he's half border collie, half beagle.
I'm like, it's not a full bred. I'm like, it's a buck. Okay. As this, because he keeps showing me, they show me sheepdog like flashing, like, you know how they'll crawl and like dart and stuff like that. But then I'm about to say pointer because they show me one that's like on straight, like, this is me, like, here we go. This is what it is. Hang on. That's the male dog. Okay. Mm-hmm. He said, I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. I'm like, this is what they do. They're very, very, very loving. Hang on. They left me. Wait, hold on. Is he buried in the backyard?
Yeah. was buried in my grandma's backyard.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Because he said they left me, like they left without him. And so I was like, but you're probably cremated. And he's showing me like in grass. And I'm like, oh, okay. You're not with them. That's okay. Hang on. Hang on. Very disgruntled about that, by the way. Hang on. He has so much energy. Saying I was a good boy. I was a good boy. Oh my God, stop. Stop. Did they put him down?
I don't know about Ralphie.
This is what he said. He said they told me it was time to go. I don't know what that means.
I think they did have to put him down.
Okay, it's okay. Ask about and then let me know. That'd be interesting. Just because of how dogs say phrases. Hang on. It's a female. Is there a female as well?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool. I'm like, that one shows up now.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Hang on. She's bringing them forward. She's doing it. Hang on. Playing with them. What is this fluffy thing? Hang on. What is the fluffy thing? What type of dog is this?
Maltese poodle.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Because she's having me like run my fingers through its hair. Like
that's exactly what I do.
Yeah, that's what she's making me do in my head. And I'm like, okay. Did that one have teeth problems?
She smelled really bad. Her breath smelled really
Terrible.
bad.
Okay. Because she showed me my old schnauzer that had really bad breath teeth problems. Yeah. And that's why I'm like, okay. Hang on. Hold on. She's like, I was always good. I'm like, oh, okay. To hold me. You used to hold her. Okay, that's a whole thing. She's like, like that. They're funny. Dogs are so great. Dogs are so great. Hang on. Wait, did she pass after you left for college?
Right before.
Okay. Because it's talking about like you leaving her. It's like, I'm sorry I left you. I don't know what goes along with that. Hang on.
I was senior year of high school, and I said, okay, like don't die on me. And then I went to school, and when I came back, my mom told me the news.
That's why. Okay. Because that's why I'm like, were you in college? Because she's talking about like you not being there for an extended period of time. Okay. So it was high school. Okay. Hang on. And she was old.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking about not being able to see. She's talking about, did she have lymphoma or something like that too? Did she have cancer?
No, she had a gallbladder problem.
Okay. Because she's making me feel a lot of pain inside of her tummy and her abdomen. And I'm like, what is all this? They don't really know what cancer is. They just make me feel all these different issues. Hang on. Did they put a diaper on her?
Maybe.
Okay. Hang on, just because she's making me feel like contact there. And I'm like, okay, what is this? I know we're not following her, wiping her. So what does this mean? Mm-hmm. It's like trying to understand how a dog thinks and tells you stuff all at the same time. She's okay. She's definitely around her. She brings them through. So it's more like, I'm here. I'm with you. This is it. This is good. We're fine. Hang on. Well, right now, do you have any questions for me about her?
For Lily? Or anyone?
Yeah.
Okay. I just have like one question. Mm-hmm. Does Jessie know I got a tattoo for her?
Hang on.
Hang on.
Yeah. Let me see if she knows where it's at. I'll highlight it. Yeah. Wait, you have more than one tattoo?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have one on your thigh as well?
My hip.
She keeps lifting up my arm. Yeah. God, you do have a couple, don't you? Hang on. Hang on. What's on your arm?
Nothing.
She keeps showing me this.
Katie wanted a paw print on her arm. My little sister wanted one.
Okay. Because literally she's showing me like this area. I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Hang on. Hang on. Doesn't make any sense. She's saying in an area that you can't see. Hang on. Forever on my corner. Forever in my corner. Forever here. No, but you always do. What does that mean? So I'm getting it from her. I'm like, show me. Symbolism of me.
Mm-hmm.
Symbolism of me. Okay. Is it right on a bone?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm asking her make me feel it, like make me feel where it's at. And she's just making me feel like when I have my tattoo, I'm like I was saying it's on your hip, but making me feel on my hip, like when it goes over the bone and you can feel like and
Mm-hmm.
where is it on her bones? Where is it on her bones? Where is it? Yeah, where is it?
It's in my ankle.
Okay. Because she's just making me feel the pain, like how your hip has a nub. She's making me feel the nub. She's making me feel this. And I'm like, what are we talking about? She failed at that one. She made me have the sensation, but I just couldn't get the spot. Hang on. Wants to get another one, make it more complete. Are you going to add on to it?
I was thinking of probably adding on to it later on.
Okay. She's talking about wanting to get another one, make it more complete. I don't know what that means. Hang on. Is it only like 3x3?
Yeah, it's kind of small.
Okay, cool. I'm like, is it this big thing like doves and all this? And she's put it down to like this little. Hang on. She was crying when you got it. You were crying when you got it about her?
Not when I got it, but when I got after. Yeah.
Okay, cool. She's talking about like being there, being in that moment. Like she's talking about crying over it. I'm like, she's not crying over pain. She's talking about, no, it's about me. I'm like, oh, okay.
I was talking about her doing it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was definitely around for all that. Hang on. Let me get into. Wait, so your parents tried to channel her through him, correct? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So another reason that may have happened too is A, would have been nervous and stuff like that, but B, she was close to them, but with you, she had this close love, best friend connection. So the connection was much stronger, kind of in a way with if her mom was here too, it'd be a completely different type of reading, different type of set. It'd be much more intense. With you, it's all on, I love you, I want to take care of you, I want to make sure you're fine. She's also talking about was she also like this really big, hold on. Why does she keep showing me like ag and agriculture? What goes along with all of that? Because I don't feel like she's an ag person. Why does she keep showing me like outdoorsy horses, like all this jazz? What is that?
She lived in Kansas, and she loved horses, and she wanted to be a horse veterinarian. And she dressed like she was going outside all the time, just whether wilderness and boho, you name it. She had,
Really?
she was, yeah.
Okay, okay, because I'm looking at that, I'm like, you are not this, you are not gonna go out there and be a farmer. And she's talking about being with horses, being with animals, we're outside, like we're in the woods, like
Mhm.
what is all this crap?
Yeah.
I want to get down to the nitty gritty of, hold on. But why did we lose control? And then we're gonna go. I also want to go into you too. Hang on. Why did she say she didn't have her hands on the wheel? Did we prove that?
No, we don't know. Nobody knows why she moved outside the road.
She's talking about like we're laughing, we're singing, we're talking, and we're just like, did she ever drive with her knee?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, she's showing like this, like going like this, but then talking and singing and laughing, like that type of thing at the same time. And then she's talking about like overcorrecting, and then it just goes into this. That's why I'm like, hang on. There's nothing in the road. I said, did you hit something? And she says, no, there was nothing in the road.
Yeah.
I think it's a series of like drifting and then overcorrecting, and then it just goes into that folly like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. I want to know who came and got her. Hang on. Grandfather's there. There's another woman there. I feel like she didn't even know she was dead for the longest time. I feel like she didn't even know that she passed, because it almost feels like she's standing there looking at it with a friend, and they're almost like walking the highway for help. That's such a weird thing that never happens. And then it's almost like, oh, okay, we found somebody and we think it's a person, but it's not. It's somebody else that's gone. And they take them up. But who is this person? There's a female that goes along with that. Hang on. Is there a It's not a crazy amount of people who died in that family yet. Hang on. I feel like it was on her side, the friend's side, that had somebody come through. But I don't feel like she went up or went away until after the proceedings, after the funeral, after all this stuff. Like she hung around for such a long time. She wasn't ready to give it up. She wasn't ready to give it up. Because it was a perfectly clear day, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she's talking about, I said, is it rainy? I just went back to him. Is it rainy? What is it? And she's showing me like pretty. And I'm like, oh, yeah, she's okay. She's okay. She'll be fine. She's better now. She's up there. Best friend kind of like popped in and out for a second. Best friend's not there right now though. Definitely has reunited with her as well. With dogs are also there too. And then I want to go ahead and she says to your mom, she says, you were always kind to me. Hang on. She's talking about her. I mean, they were cousins, but she talked to her like she was her kid almost in a way too.
Yeah.
She's giving me this whole like, she talked to her like she was her child. Cooley at the pool, whole 9 yards. So you name it. We're a roughneck family. I'm like, they're not roughneck. They're not. Hang on. Hang on. I want to do it. So what would she have done if she was here right now? Hold on. Me. When's her birthday?
August.
Okay. Because she's like, I'm like, well, what's coming up for you? And she's like, happy birthday to me. And I'm like, oh, okay. Hang on. Would she be 21?
That's me. It's my birthday in 2 weeks. I'm turning 21.
You turned 21.
Yes. Thanks.
Happy birthday. She's like 21. I'm like, who's 21? That's you.
We were planning on getting together, her and I, and she was going to come to my Miami college.
Really?
First. We talked about it all the time.
Well, I mean, now she's hanging out there, and obviously she still knows that you're going to be 21 soon. So be careful.
I will.
She says you're going to stay inside. Are you going to stay inside?
I'm staying in Annex for the whole summer, but yeah, I'm actually going to Las Vegas with my family during that time.
Good job.
Thank you.
Hang on. She would have gotten dressed up like a hoochie. That's what she's showing me.
Yes, she would.
Yeah, she's showing me like this black, like it's like black sequiny, not even that, like glittery type of thing that's like would have been like a crop top thing with like a spaghetti strap. And then the bottom, it's like a higher waisted skirt, but then it has like that ballerina flare out that's like 2 or 3 inches below her butt. And I'm like, you look like $1 million, but I need you to calm down. And she's like, I'm like, can you put your butt away? Calm down. We know it's big. Leave it alone. Hang on. Oh my God. She's all about the thighs and the butt right now. I don't get it. Hang on. She still is. Hang on. She's like, I haven't even. Hold on. She's talking about if she would have been here, she would have gotten in trouble. Like she would be the one that would. She was a wilder one that wanted to put on a show. She's talking about having champagne and like, like that. And I'm like, oh my God, can you calm down? I love you. Hang on. She's like, no parents here. I'm like, oh my God. Hang on. We scream and yell in her car. Hang on. We got shit together, you know. Hang on. She says you were always a goody two shoes. Were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
She's like, she was always the goody two shoes. I was like, oh, okay. Hang on. I was always the fun one.
Yeah.
She does to me like that. I'm like, oh my God, calm down. I love you, girl. Hang on. Ain't nobody got time for that. She tells me she likes my lips. I'm like, thanks. She's like, she doesn't have one, and she talks about her getting them. I'm like, you can. I'll show you where I get it from. Sorry, completely ran. They're very complimentary. So this is what I'm feeling with her right now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling she is a lot closer than we feel. Okay. Just because of the things she says, how personal she's getting, how she's making comments on you, like on me, stuff like that. That means she hangs around a lot. So what I would like you to do, once we have a few more minutes, what I'd like you to do is to prep when we get off the call. So I want you to take about 5 or 10 minutes, and I want you to have a good breather. I also want you to have a good cry, personally. Okay. Another thing. Sorry, this is so random. Do you do all of your bedrooms in like pastel tans and creams all the time?
Yeah.
Okay, because she just told me to tell you to get some color. And I said, I do all of mine in gray and white and blue. Like it's like that ice blue. So it's all this neutral, except for this room. And so she's talking about that with you. Sorry, that was so random.
I'm just about to redecorate my room and I was looking at all pastel greens and blues and tans. That was wow.
Sorry, that was her. She's talking about redoing a room and like doing, yeah. So get some color, because she's going complete opposite with like sunset oranges and like browns and like all these. Yeah.
She lives with the sun.
She is. She loves it. She loves it. Hang on. Hang on. She like grabs you by your shoulder. She's like, I want her to know that I'm here. I'm like, okay. She's with you all the time. She's with you all the time. All the time. All the time. She's talking about even like when you get up in the morning, I guess you're getting ready for class, or I guess I don't know what you're getting ready for. I don't know what you do, but she's talking about how pretty much it's like, is this a true statement? She talks about how like you literally get up. Sometimes you wash your hair every day. Sometimes, and she's talking about how you get up, you like shower, do your hair, and then you'll just like let it dry or whatever it is, and like that's pretty much it. And she's talking about, can we brush it? Like, behind you. She's like, here's some mascara like that. And I'm like, like, leave her alone. And she's like, she just doesn't do a whole lot. I'm like, but she doesn't need to. She's beautiful. And she's literally like being a little cunt sometimes behind you talking about this. And then she's talking about how a lot of times with, I don't know, hold on, always reading books. Oh, are you always reading books?
Yeah.
Okay. Because she's like, this is another thing. She's like, always reading books, like she's trying to let me know or to tell you that she's around. She's talking about, can't see me. She's talking about at night when you stay up and you're just playing on your phone for like an hour or so or something like that, like just like standing there. And she's like, I want to see too. So I guess she flipped through or scroll through Instagram or something like that a whole lot. And she's, or whatever it is, she keeps doing this and like everything's dark and you're there for must be like an hour, hour and a half. And she's like, I want to see too. I want to see too. Like, this is how close she is.
Wow.
I haven't seen this before. So just roll with me. These are just the things she's showing me. So with that, wait, do you have a big pile of clothes in your room right now?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. She's like, mention the big pile of clothes. Mention the big pile of clothes. I'm like, okay, cool. So,
Yes.
okay. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. She's with you. She knows what's happening. So, you do that too. She keeps going. She goes into like, whose favorite meal or who ate a ton of just like either noodles and a butter sauce or like macaroni and cheese?
I get pasta salad. That's all I eat because I keep
noodles. She just keeps showing me macaroni. Okay. And she's like, it's bland. Like she just gives me like white macaroni noodles, and so I'm like, who eats it all the time? Okay. Yeah.
I literally have it like 3 times every single day a week. Like that. That's a lot.
Really? That is a lot. Oh my god. Okay. I'm like, who's obsessed with like these little pasta noodles? What is this? So yeah. So she's around you. She hangs out around you. So what I would like you to do right now in closing is take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes, have a really good cry. Number 2, I want you to breathe and tell her thank you. Okay, when you're done with all that. Another thing is that because we've been channeling, we've been opening this up, which is just you and her, and obviously dogs and grandpas, that you may have an interesting dream tonight, tomorrow, the next night. Okay. Or one of your family members may as well. Okay. Just because we've kept it open and it's a good one. Last thing is tell them thank you for coming through, because it's all about love and forgiveness and acceptance and joy. I mean, it's all the positive affirmations. So give that feeds them. And yeah, and if you need me again, let me know. Or if your family has any questions, let me know. And I will be here. Okay?
Yes, thank you so much. You have no idea how much this helps.
I do. I totally get it. I've had it once before that was true, and it helped me immensely. So I totally get it. So let me know if you need me. And if not, I will be here. And I love you, and she's with you, and more than you may want her to be. But she's there, and argue with her and yell at her because she's funny, man. She's funny. So, but love her, okay? All right. Love you, girl. Talk to you later, okay?